everyone! In this video I'm going to be doing some real-time mixed media scrapbooking because I haven't done it in ages and ages and ages. This is a design team video for Thompson's Craft Supplies using the beautiful September kit, which is called Autumn Breeze. I've got it all down there, but I will of course link my video where I shared the kit in case you haven't seen that, because I'm not going to go through it now, like again. I've got my photo here, which I will explain in a minute, and I've already prepped my page by putting a layer of clear gesso on it and backing it with just some random craft paper so it's nice and sturdy. Paper is Kaiser Craft Anthology, the Apothecary, always struggle with that word, paper, and I just thought that would go with the photo. Again, I'll explain why in a minute, but yes, other than that I have not planned this whatsoever. I probably should, because then the video would be shorter, but anyways, we'll just get going. Okay, I have decided to start off with some background stamping as per usual. So I've got Kaiser Craft Scripty one, Kaiser Craft Brick one, and this one from Prima, and I'm going to need my Stays On ink. I really must buy a brown Stays On because that would work quite well, I think, for this. Got my all-important Tesco's baby wipe to clean the stamps, and yeah, so I'm gonna get going. In case anyone's wondering why I'm not using my stamp platform, the reason is it doesn't fit 12 by 12 layouts. That's literally the only reason. That's the reason why. So that's the one thing that the Tim Holtz stamp platform, you know, doesn't do. It's one flaw, as it were. I mean, if you're stamping in the corner, then you can do it, but I want the freedom to stamp all over the layout. So yes, the reason I am going for the bricks and the scripty, and particularly this one with the books, is because this picture was taken at my university. I went to University of Nottingham between 2012 and 16, I'm gonna say, yeah. And it is, I mean, I know I'm biased here, but it is just such, whoops, that didn't go so well. Such a beautiful campus, and I took this, I don't know what year, maybe 2015, I'm not sure, but in autumn the campus is just extra, just so beautiful. There's so many colours on the trees and stuff, and this was taken down by the lake. Nottingham is a very green campus. It's huge, and there's just trees and hills and a massive lake. So yes, I took this down by the lake, sort of the walkway around it. This looks up to the Trent building, which is like the main building of the university, and it was just beautiful colours of the trees, and I thought it would be very perfect to scrapbook with this autumn themed kit, basically. So that's what I'm doing, and that's the reason I went for this paper, the because just something about it is kind of appropriate for university. I don't know what it is. I mean, obviously universities don't tend to have apothecaries, at least not anymore, but yeah, just something about it I thought would work, so that's why I'm going with that. So I think that's enough bricks for now. I'm just going with the bricks because there's bricks on this, really, and apparently I'm putting the picture on this side of the layout. That's already happened, so yes, maybe I'll do a little bit in one of the two corners as well. Yeah, okay, to even it out, because I usually always do just like one area, and just sort of just to make it a little bit more interesting or whatever, I'm just going to add little somethings in these two corners. I don't know what yet, and as I said, I'm completely making this up as I go along, as I always do. And yes, I'll just clean my stamp off because I'm very anal about that. Okay, I just paused the video there because I had this really weird noise, and I was like, what in the heck is that? And it's a fly caught in a web. I'm sorry if that's really morbid or something. Basically, there is a false widow spider, or a cupboard spider. Not entirely sure how you tell the difference, or if they're the same thing. I get confused about this. But yes, she is living in the corner of my window and is currently has caught said fly, and fly is complaining about it, although I think it's just met its end. Oh dear. Now, I have told this spider, I said to her, or him, but it's probably a her, I said, look, you are a false widow, and I'm not too happy about that. I don't like spiders as it is, but yes, could you, if you're going to just stay in the window and not bother me and not come further out from the corner of the window, don't touch any of my craft stuff, don't do any of that, then you may live. If I see you once on the wall or on my desk or just anywhere other than that, then it's Squish Town for you, missus. Or if I see anything resembling an egg sack or anything like that, then it will be meeting the vacuum. So yes, for those of you who like spiders, the very strange people out there who do, I'm very sorry, but I do not like spiders, particularly ones that bite and their bite hurts. For someone like me who has generally really bad reactions to bites, like when I get bit by a mosquito or whatever, they often just, I react badly to them. So I assume that a false widow bite would really suck for me. So anyways, I'm not happy about it, but she's there and I can't quite get to her to get rid. So anyways, that is the story of the false widow who lives in my window of my craft room. And that is the reason why there was weird noises. If you heard them, it was the death cries of a fly. Oh dear. Just in case you're wondering, I used the stone grey for the scripty stamp, just, you know, so it's a bit different. There's like a, you know, a difference between the two stamps kind of thing. I'm not entirely sure. Actually, you know what? I've just cleaned that and I think I need to do some more scripty stuff out here because it's not going to be seen. Yeah, I need one like there. Okay. Where did I say I was going to put that? Kind of like there, that'll do nicely. Okay, so yes, it has been May since I did my real-time scrapbook process, which most of you were generally positive about. And yeah, I intended after that to do one every month, and now it's September, but it's just, you know, time gets away with you, and doing a real-time scrapbook process is it takes a million years to edit it, and also you have to like allow quite a lot of time and energy and stuff, because I'm not doing a woe is me here or anything, but it's quite a lot of effort to not only craft and think about what you're doing, but keep talking all the time. So yes, maybe once a month was a little, what's the word? Adventurous? I can't think what the word is. Reaching too high or too far? I don't know. See, I'm already failing miserably. I really want to include this one because it's got the little books on it, and I think that's just totes appropriate for the university thing. I want my smaller block for this, and I don't know if it'll be better to do it in the black or the grey. I think it would be better to do it in the black, actually. Let's just see. Maybe I'll do a test on a random bit of paper just to see how it goes. Although the paper is obviously quite a different colour from the paper I'm using, but just to get an idea. Yeah, okay, that's quite like a delicate stamp, so I think black is going to be necessary, and I'm going to ink that quite a bit and stamp there. Yeah, that's not too bad. Thinking actually I should just stick to one of those. That's not the baby wipe I wanted, that is the baby wipe I wanted, just because, yeah, I think if I stamp that all over the place, it's not quite going to work. Now, Prima stamps and Tesco baby wipes don't work as well as Kaiser Craft stamps and Tesco baby wipes, but I've got the majority of the ink off, so it's fine. Shall I use another one of these? I'll just use the light bulbs. I think they're cool. I'm going to assume these will stamp similar to the other one with the books, so sticking with the black for these, I'm going to put those there. Yeah. See, I think the stamp block would have been better for this, but oh well. See, I might add some more of those. Maybe one more. Which one? The round one or the long one? The round one. Just 3 is always better than 2, I think. So let's put that there. Yes, I like that. And I think just for funsies, we'll add this little butterfly in various places, because who doesn't love a little butterfly? And I might use the different is beautiful somewhere. I don't really know why. I just think it would work quite nicely. I have absolutely no idea what I'm going to be titling this layout, by the way. Just none whatsoever. It might be my usual go-to of look at my thickers, like my phrase thickers, and just choose something from there, because I'm just not good at titles. I've said this many times before. I think that's enough butterflies. Okay, I know this is really boring of me, but I'm actually going to do the same kind of stenciling that I did last week, just because I really liked it and I liked the way it turned out and stuff. So it's using a brush and stippling it with the Imagination Crafts Starlights metallic paint in antique gold. This comes in the kit, and paint is absolutely gorgeous. Seriously, so nice. And when you stipple it like this, like sometimes putting acrylic paint through a stencil, it smushes too much and you don't really see the pattern, but doing this kind of seems to work a bit better. I saw, who was it? I was watching one of the big mixed media stars do this with one of the many different types of Prima paints on their channel. I was just like, ooh, that looks like a good idea. I want to give that a go. So yeah, and yeah, as I said, I really like the effect. So yes. You can tell I'm massively out of practice for doing any sort of real-time video because I just keep sort of drifting off and going silent, and I'm going to have to edit it all out, which is going to be a pain. So I'm going to dry this before I put this back down again because I don't want to smush what I've already done. Okay, so that's dry. I'm going to do the next bit sort of upside down, just a little bit more interesting, and it just looks... I've said this before, but you know when like you do stenciling and you can see like a straight edge around where the edge of the stencil is? I hate that look. I hate it. So I like to make my stenciling look as natural as possible, kind of thing. So sometimes just like turning it over can help that, I suppose. And look, I rested in the gold paint. Of course I did. This is why, in case you're wondering if my hands look at all dirty, I have been doing a mixed media project already today, not one for filming, but yeah. It's Distress Oxide, I swear. The stuff is like beautifully reactive with water until you want to wash it off your hands, and then just it's like, nope, I'm not going to wash off. That's not going to happen. So yes, it's a little bit annoying. So that there is a bit of vintage photo, I think. That's something else. Anyways, basically I'm covered in paint and ink. Okay, again, that's probably dry enough. I'm just gonna, oh wow, that is not cleaning off well. It's probably because my baby wipe is kind of not very wet anymore, but that's the worst of it. I'm gonna go clean my stencil. Oh, actually, that seems to be doing it not too bad. Again, ain't all about cleaning stamps, ain't all about cleaning stencils, and I didn't get this one perfectly clean last week after I used it for my first layout, and I'm very sad about this, so I'm going to go and take this to the sink. Ugh, it's really not coming clean, and that makes me sad, so it's having a soak in the sink. But then I realised I wanted to do stenciling in the corners, but most of these leaves are too big for this, so I'm just going to have a little flick in my stencil books to see if there's anything I can use instead. My stencils are basically floral ones in here and non-floral ones in here. So let's have a little look-see. Maybe that one. Aha, this one is perfect. Little leaves, that will do very nicely. Thank you very much. That was quick. I thought I would be flicking through all of my books, but apparently not. So how am I going to do this? Again, I really don't want to get that straight edge, so I'm just going to do like the center leaves there. I can't get my paint. There we go. I've had to get another brush out as well because that one I was using before is soaking. So let's see if this works at all. They're a bit smushy, but I think you get the basic idea. I think I need to put some up there as well because that is an awkward angle. I'm just going to put some up the top. I think this is one of the first uni pictures I've ever scrapbooked that isn't like my graduation. I don't know, I think it's because all my uni photos are in like weird folders on my computer and I just forget to print them off, but I just happened to stumble across this one and I was like, yes, perfect for the kit. So yes, I have some more as well which are really autumnal, but can I find them? No, I cannot. Right, now these are mostly dry. I'm just going to add those couple ones that I mentioned just because it looks a bit, no, it just looks wrong. I can't explain why, it just does. So just add, I think I've accidentally double stenciled in one place, but never mind, not the worst thing in the world. And I've smushed them again, but it's fine. You can still get the basic idea. See, now it kind of looks like there's a line going down there and a line going down there, but should I join these two? No, I think it's better off without the join because otherwise it's just two lines and I'm not a big fan of even numbers as we had discussed many times before. Right, I think that is enough stenciling. I need to clean my stencil and my brush, get a nice fresh juicy baby wipe. I accidentally bought the fragrance ones, so it took me ages to figure out what is that smell in my craft room. Like, it's kind of nice, but it was confusing. Right, let's start getting out embellishments and figure out what I'm going to use on this layout. Right then, let's go through this. Now, while I go through this, let's do a bit of PR. So, this kit is still available in both mixed media and papercraft options for those of you who are just not interested in the, that was my phone, not interested in the mixed media side of things, which is fine. I feel like that might be good because it says class. Let's put that to one side, see if we can use that. Maybe the tree, because there's a tree in the picture. Yeah, so both are available, and this month's kit is sort of was designed in part by fellow design team member Kasia, and it's so freaking gorgeous, and I can't get over how much I love it. Like, I've gone a little bit vintage in my tastes this year. Like, I like going a bit vintage occasionally. Generally, you know, I like pastels and white and that kind of thing, but just occasionally I do love this kind of palette. Next month's kit, the October kit, is the one that I have part designed, and I'm a little bit worried because this one is so gorgeous that I'm worried. I mean, obviously my kit is amazing, but I'm just worried it's not going to match up because this is just so gorgeous. But we will wait and see. Like, I haven't physically seen it yet, so yes, we will wait and see. So I don't know how much I should say about my kit because I don't know how much Louise would want me to say, but anyways, you will see, obviously, what it's like. Just think, what's a thing that happens in October, and just think about my tastes and things that I like. Obviously, if you're a regular to the channel. If you're new to the channel, you have absolutely no idea what I'm talking about. Where have I put my photo? Found it. So can I include this tree is the question, because I kind of want to, but I was going to do like a project with the tags in the tree, and I don't know if I should save it for that, but it's never a good thing to sort of save things. It's better to use them, because then you might not actually use them on the project you're thinking about, kind of thing. But I do really want to use them for that. I don't think I want to use the tag, and I think I do really want to use the tree for that other plan I've got. So let's see what else we can use. It would probably help if I cut down the photo a little bit and stopped having this big sort of white border that's really, really distracting me. So let's just chop that down just a smidge. There we go. Yeah, that is mildly better. I think because I've done the pattern, the stenciling and the stamping that away, I'm going to do the embellishing, that's a word, that away. So let's see. String, always good. Can I use the frame? It's not really the right size, but I can have it. No, that's not right, is it? I do love this loopy thing that came from 49 and Market, but I don't know if it's right for this layout. I do, as I keep saying, I do want to include this somehow. I'm just not entirely sure how. If I cut around it or something, I don't know. We will find out. Lace, not quite right. A lot of these I think will be good. That one, I think, best wishes on your special day, not quite. There's just so many little bits and pieces in here, and I love lots of bits and pieces. These hearts, I think, are my favourite thing from this kit, aren't they? Just, oh, they're so gorgeous. But again, I don't think they're quite right for this layout unless I put them in a 3 like that. Maybe. I'm putting them in my maybe pile. Let's see. Florals. I do want to do some florals, but I don't want to over floral it, because it's very much, I want to put the attention on the tree and not take away from it with flowers kind of thing. That probably made absolutely 0 sense whatsoever. Little butterfly mothy creature, definitely could use some of those. Feathers, maybe. Little tag, I'm thinking yes. Little thing with bugs on, yes. Do great things with great heart, maybe. Now these little muted florals might be good for this layout, and there's loads of them here, and there's loads of them on this sticker sheet as well. So I think I can include that. The clocks, I think, and maybe the other drawers. Yes, I need to use those across. I think that would be good. All this video is just me thinking out loud for an hour, really. Little birdie perched on the photo. Yes, I think that would be good. Little ruler, yeah, again, kind of like education related. Spread your wings and fly, that's appropriate. So yes, there's quite a lot I think I can end up using here. Thankful, maybe, because I was thankful to go to uni. I don't know. In case anyone doesn't know, I went to, as I said, the University of Nottingham, not to be confused with Nottingham Trent University. We get very funny about that. They are 2 separate universities. Nottingham, oh, that's like a nice little cluster I've just made there. Yes, and what was I saying? Yes, 2 separate universities, not to be confused. We get very annoyed about that, and there's quite the rivalry between the 2 universities. But anyways, the University of Nottingham is the sort of the outlying One Trent is the one in the city centre. And yes, so I studied joint honours English and history, and yeah, that's about it, all there is to it. I did my master's there as well, and I have to say I do sometimes really miss Nottingham, but it's kind of embarrassing to admit that the main thing I admit is the food. There are so many good takeaways in Nottingham, because Nottingham's quite multicultural, so like the amount of different takeaway foods and stuff you can get from like different places in the world are just, oh, I miss it. And now I'm back in my little small town, which is not quite so multicultural, shall we say, cough cough, Kent. If you're English, you'll know what that means. Then yeah, I basically miss food more than anything, which I know is an awful thing to admit. Right, I think I've pretty much chosen the kind of things I'm going to use. I'm going to fussy cut this out because I want to use it on this spread, and then I'm just going to go for it, really. I mean, as I said, I've chosen the bits that I want to use, but I have no idea how I'm going to use them, so we will find out. I'm actually going to go and get myself a cup of tea because I am absolutely gagging for one, and be back with you in a bit. Right then, I have had my cup of tea, so it is time to start embellishing. The little spider, well, little, huge spider has disappeared back into her hidey hole, so I don't have to look at her anymore. And yes, let's get going. I kind of wish this sticker was either all clocks or all compasses, because I don't know how. I know I could split it, you know, so the stuff, blah blah blah, the stuff going behind the photo, but I'm just not sure anymore if I want it there. Let's see what else we can use. Got the actual why can't I say that word? Apothecary, there we go. Things here that we could put there, but I think I'd need to raise them up. I think that might look alright actually. If I make that slightly shorter by 3, I have decided, and then raise it up with a little bit of foam. Yeah, I think that would work, and back it with something as well. So I need to find something to back that with. So I'm going to use this, oh, stuck. Whoops. I'm going to use this paper to back that. This paper is just a cheap one, like a Craft Sensations paper pad kind of thing. It's called Vintage Hues, I think. And oh my goodness, why won't you stay still? I'm going to put double-sided tape on the back of this sticker because, as we know, cardstock stickers never stay stuck for very long, generally speaking. I think I'm going to put it, should I put it on this darker bit? No, I think I should put it on the lighter bit because that and that are kind of the same colour. So if I put it down the bottom here, like this, and snippy. Actually, I think we'll use my trimmer for this just to make it a bit more uniform or whatever. Doing this constant talking while scrapbooking is harder than I remember it. Maybe that's just why I didn't do it for like 4 months or 5 months or however long, just because I'm not very good at concentrating and talking at the same time. Honestly, this thin double-sided tape is always doing that. I think it was a cheap one from like Every Craft's a £1, and it is not fab. I don't actually want to use this really thick foam tape. I'm going to use this one for that, because I'm going to raise that up on foam as well, and that will make it just too, you know, two-dimensional for the layout. I mean, I love using foam tape and having lots of dimension on my layout, but you do have to keep in mind that, you know, it's going to go in an album, and I don't you hate it when foam tape does that? It is going to go in an album, and it needs to fit in said album, so I think I need to distress the edge of that. I'm sorry. Let's go to do that. Let's going to do that. Wow, that was just excellent English. It's me saying, this is my university where I did a degree in English and history, and yet I can't really speak English properly. Clearly it's my time away from university has just ruined me forever. All my time there in the first place, but I was a lot better at history than I was at English. I got way better marks in history. I think it was partly because the School of, sorry, I'm just concentrating to put that down straight. The School of English, obviously, you know, there's a certain academic way of writing which you learn over the course of your university career, but the School of English didn't like the way that I wrote as much, but the School of History said, oh, you write so brilliantly academically, like never change. So I've got one school giving me really good marks and saying my writing is brilliant, and then one school going, you need to improve. And I was doing the exact same thing. It was all very, very confusing. Okay, I think I'm going to cut that down, just unless I could put some journaling in there and then pull it out, maybe, I don't know, but it's just a bit big to use the way it is. I don't know what to do about that at all. Oh, why is that so complicated? Maybe I might use this ABC one because, you know, ABCs, education. Yeah, I do like that there actually, but I'm going to need, I think if I just attach it to there, there's like not going to be enough of it sticking out the end that it will like flop down over the layered bit. I'm sorry, I'm making no sense at all. If you just want to put me on mute and speed up, then I really, really don't mind. Just a little toggle down in the corner. You can speed me up to as many times as you wish and not have to listen to my blathering. I'm going to put that on. Hang on, where's the picture going? There, so I want to be able to see most of that. Put it there. Yes, that will do nicely. It's not very straight, but it will do. Right, a couple of tags and things. Maybe I should just back my photo so that's actually done. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. What's on the other side of that? Oh, that does not match. Okay, mix and match passion for vintage. Let's see if there's anything. That is hideous. Wow, that would work. Yes, that would work quite nicely. I think we will use that for one of the layers, but I need something that's a bit more like orangey or something just to lift it up from the layout a bit. There's nothing in there. I'm breaking out the Poundland Changing Seasons one that I used last time. Is that too... Actually, with it backed like that, with a thin layer, I don't think that is too orange. It looks too orange on its own, but I think it will be okay. So let's just locate double-sided tape. There it is. Okay, very thin layer of that. Just, you know, gives it that little bit of pop. I should probably be doing this with my paper trimmer so it's straight, but during my quiet time that I would have cut out of this video, I accidentally knocked my paper trimmer out of reach and I'm too lazy to go and get it. So yeah, see, yeah, that works because, yeah, slight pop of orange, not too much. Should I back it? I want another layer because, I don't know, I just like layers. That's not quite right. I think this one, maybe? Yes, this one. Okay, more double-sided tape. In the very likely event that anyone is interested in what adhesives and such I'm using, my double-sided tape is always the Hobbycraft tape. 5 rolls for £3. I don't know if they do that deal in store, but basically every time I order online from Hobbycraft, I just get that £3 deal and make sure I am very well stocked with double-sided tape, because I'm one of those people who is just, you know, has nightmares about running out of adhesive. Like, it's a problem. When I eventually get around to my craft room tour, you will see like my drawers and boxes of spare adhesive. On that note, by the way, if any of you were sort of expecting, where's my double-sided tape? There it is. The craft room tour. I know I said I was going to do it over summer, but things kept coming up, and some of you know there's the leaky hole which was then fixed, and then we kind of don't know if it's fixed yet, because basically it got fixed and then it rained once, and like we had to wait for a good proper shower, and it was like about 8 weeks after it got fixed because we had like a super dry spell, and it kind of, there was like a tiny little damp patch that appeared, and then the next time it rained, there was no damp patch, but I could hear dripping. I couldn't locate it, but I could hear it, which just makes me sound like I'm a bit crazy, but yes. And then since then, every time it's rained, I haven't noticed anything. I haven't seen any more damp patches. I haven't heard any more dripping or anything, but I just don't know if it's fixed, kind of thing. So don't know what to do about that. And then something else came up, which I'm not going to talk about, but I will explain during the craft room tour when I eventually do it. Hopefully October is when it's going to happen. But yeah, something else cropped up that prevented me from doing it, and so that's why you haven't had it yet. I am very sorry. It will come eventually. I really did want to do it over summer, but it just became not possible. Do I like that? Or should I just cut it down? I don't know what to do about this envelope, because, you know, once it's cut, and there's nothing I can do about it. But when, I'm pretty sure I don't like it like that. Maybe I do, I don't know. Maybe if I were to put some ink around the edges, that would make me like it a bit more. Let me open my oxide drawer. We'll go for good old vintage photo, I think, for this. And let's just see how this works. I think that looks a bit better. If in doubt, put ink around the edges, or distress the edges with a distressing tool. One of those things. Okay, now I just don't know at all. Maybe a darker colour would be better. I don't know why I'm so torn about this envelope. I really don't know. And I think actually I'm talking about if I cut it down, then it's going to be a problem. But I think I have more from previous kits, because this is not like a piece of the kit, so to speak. This is what the ephemera was in. So I have some more of these kicking around from previous kits, as I said. I do think I like it like, yeah, I think I'm going to do it like that, and then I'm going to put more flowers and stuff around it so it doesn't matter too much and it's going to get covered up and blah, 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 blah. Do I want to add anything behind there, like clocks or butterflies, or let's try the clocks. I need a different pair of scissors. Who else has multiple pairs of scissors and they all have different tasks? I am quite funny about different scissors being used for different things. Generally speaking, I don't cut anything but paper with my KikiK scissors, wherever they are. Although I think I did accidentally cut a sticker with those earlier in this video, which I'm sure you will point out to me if I did. These are for cutting big things, these are for cutting smaller things, and these are for cutting sticky things. And there's also my teeny tiny pair somewhere, which are for cutting small things. So I do like the clocks, I just don't like the sort of tealy colour or the jade colour around the edge, because I haven't got anything else of that colour on this layout. What happened to that thing I fussy cut earlier? There it is. I want to add that somewhere. See, because that's got that colour in, that doesn't look so bad now, but I'm still not 100% sure around it. I want you to have brown edges, damn it. And I could try putting a bit of oxide around the edges, but I'm not going to completely get rid of that colour. Maybe that one because it's darker. Yeah, actually that works a lot better. The little compass. Yes, I think we can put those down. So double-sided tape is somewhere. Are you all getting really frustrated at this point about me constantly losing things? Seriously, it happens all the time. Just imagine how much footage I cut out of my sped up processed videos. Really, they, you know, I render them into my editor, and then it's usually about an hour and a half, and then I speed it up by like 2.5 times, which gets it to, you know, sort of 30-40 minutes. And then from that sped up footage, we then get down to like between 10 to 15 minutes. So that's how much stuff I cut out of me just going, where's my double-sided tape? Where's my thing? Where's this? Where's that? Anyways. We all know of a very popular YouTuber who has a song that she sings when she uses a certain type of ink. I feel like I should have my own song, which would go along the lines of, you know, where is my tape and where is my scissors and where is this and where is my distress tool. I'm not going to actually sing for you because that would be unpleasant for everybody involved, but you get the point. I should have a song where I say all those kind of things, because I do that every single time I do a layout. Do I like that there? See, I fussy cut that, and now I just don't know where I'm going to put it, so just put it aside for now and see what else we can use. Well, there was that little cluster I made earlier, but I forget what it looked like. Will you stay still, photo, please? It was kind of like that, wasn't it? I do like that. And then we needed something there, and then more something there, and then stuff there. Yeah, okay. What I'm going to do is stick the flipping photo down, because that would help. So, you know, it's down and that job is done. Where's my sticky scissors? So I'm going to kind of put the foam there. So there's still like places for me to tuck stuff under the photo kind of thing. So I'm going to put that there and there. And then I'm just going to put a little bit of tacky glue where it's going to meet this thing in the middle there. And then I've just realised I haven't stuck this down, and that's going to be a problem sticking that down when that's not stuck down. So let's do that first. Oh dear. You know what? Usually I'm not actually this indecisive. Like, I know I was saying about always cutting stuff out of my videos, but I'm not usually quite this indecisive. And I blame the camera and the real time. It is not my fault. Right, so you just underneath a little bit more there. Put... phone keeps going off. I really should turn the vibrate off. I'm sorry if it's annoying you. Put that there. Right, so right, foundations are laid. I think I might keep pushing my layout out of shot as well. I am so sorry. I feel like I should just stop apologising, because otherwise this entire process is just going to be me apologising. I want another flower that's just like that one, and we have one here. Right, I'm going to stick those guys down with little foam rectangle thingies. I was saying in one video recently about, I was like, oh, I don't know where I got these from, I've forgotten. They're from The Works. It's when you buy their foam tape and tacky glue. You get like the foam tape and then a load of these little foam rectangle things. So yes, I figured it out. That's where they are from, and I need to get some more because I'm running quite low, but they have lasted ages. I mean, I bought these over a year ago. You get absolutely tons and tons of them for like £1 or £2 or something. I've just noticed that is dipping, and that is because there's the really thick foam tape underneath, so I'm just going to double layer that up. Now that's right. And what was I saying? Foam, yes, foam squares good from Works. Foam tape from Works not so good. They come in the same packet, but for some reason the tape is not as good as the squares. Do not ask me why. I have no idea. Last one. Nice little cluster down there. So I'm going to add this little live in the moment thing, and then that little love up there, just because I think that's kind of cute like that. So I'm going to need to get foam on this as well. Tacky glue onto the flat bit, and there we go. Now there is a little bit of foam sticking out there, but what I will do is when the layout is all done and everything is dry and whatnot, I'll just snip that off with my little scissors wherever they are. Right, this one I'm going to use, see, this is why I have a bajillion different types of adhesive, because I genuinely use all of them. I'm not using the red line tape for the fact that it's red line. I need to be extra strong, but it's because it's my thinnest tape that I have, and the back is not coming off. Does anyone watch process videos where people use a craft knife to remove the backing off double-sided tape? It just fascinates me when people do that, because just I can't do it. I will just, the craft knife will fly and probably cut me, and just things will go horribly wrong just because I'm not very good with craft knives. But when people use it, as I say, to get the backing off of tape, it just absolutely fascinates me. I'm just like, how did you do that? Are you some kind of wizard? I think I need to add another one for flowers, because just to sort of balance out this very white area down here, but there's just one big cluster and then lots of little ones, so I think I'm just going to have to, maybe I should cut the cluster? Or is there something amongst all my piles and piles of things here that could be used? Oh, I wanted that to go lower down, but it can't now. But I think that would, I don't know if that looks okay. Well, I haven't found anything to put down there, but I would like to put this little tag in there. So I'm going to do that. I do apologise, by the way, if my like total chaos here is like stressing anyone out. It would probably stress me out if I was watching, to be honest, but I'm not watching, so there we go. Right, a little bit of twine. Okay, this twine is quite thick, so it's a little hard to do this kind of thing with, and again, I may have been horrifically out of shot there. Oh, there we go. Right, there we go. So put that, oops, underneath there. I don't know why, but I just think it looks adorbs. Right, little foam on the back of it just to keep it level with what it needs to be level with. A little bit of tacky glue where it's going to be flat, and that can just go in there. Yes, I like that. That is cute. I am happy with that. Tell you what I haven't figured out is what I'm going to use as a title. Is there anything on this I can use? Good times are good friends. No friends in the photo. It's another one about friends. We have the best time together. No, love this day. We feel us in the pursuit. But documented memories. I'm not sure if any of those are going to work, but aesthetically they would look good. But I do like to, you know, do something vaguely meaningful for my title. Yesterday's stories are today's greatest treasures, maybe? What's down here? Best wishes? No. Be blessed and be grateful? Maybe. I'm just going to cut that out to see what that might look like somewhere. Obviously, it's a bit small to be the actual title, but it might be look nice somewhere. I do want to keep this kind of school vibe with this because, you know, to reflect where it is and what it is and whatnot. Just not making it totally random kind of thing. That's why I've got like the tag with the writing on. I've got this, it says name and class, and be blessed and be grateful I think is appropriate because I was very lucky to go to such a good university. That looks quite nice there. Right, so I've lost my momentum a bit because the alarm went off on my phone to remind me to take my tablet, and then I got distracted by playing on my phone, to be honest, and taking my tablet obviously. But I've decided that one of the things I'm not particularly happy with on this layout, I'm going to move this stuff out of the way so I don't get paste on it, is this bit here. Like I want it there, but it's just a bit plain and ugly at the moment. So what I'm going to do is just add a little bit of stenciling to it with the Nouveau Glimmer Paste, the gold one. I just want to do it so that the word class is not going to get stenciled over kind of thing. So I'm just going to do a little bit. I've chosen this Tim Holtz stencil. Basically, well, it's floral, so that's good. It matches the whole thing, but also because it's small and it's going to be easy to get into this little space, really is always a hard bit there. So yeah, and it's just going to add a little bit more sparkle to the layout and hopefully look good. So just going to try and get under the photo there. This is not the ideal way of doing this, obviously. I should have done it earlier, but you know, these things happen, we change our minds. So let's just see how that, this is going to be really hard to get out. Oh, yeah, that's way better. Don't you think? That's way better. I need to add a little bit here, so I'm going to dry that first, then do a little bit just there. Not completely dry, but it's dry enough. I've got glitter on my birdie. I'm just going to do this little bit under here as well. Looks so much better, don't you think? Just that little bit of gold there. I'm wondering if I should do a little bit up the top here as well, just to balance it out. Yeah, I think that would be a good idea. So do a little bit down here. Move my twine out the way. And now we've got 2 layers of stenciling and extra mixed media, which is always a good thing. So yay. And glitter paste is one of my favourite things, really, to be honest. I'm a simple girl and I like shiny things. I think that just looks so much better. It makes all the difference. And I'm actually going to do a little bit under here as well. Well, that's actually a little bit easier said than done. Just a little smidge bit, maybe? No. Well, I've just left a trace of glitter. That'll do. I do think that would look good there. I'm just going to pull up that foam. Just put that there. I kind of want it to go under the flowers, but I don't want to see, you know, the edge of the stencil, because that's always a problem for me. Just have a little smidgy bit down here, just because it's super, super pretty. I don't know what the Bow Bunny glitter paste is like, but I'm guessing it's probably good. Don't know if Louise has it in stock. I've generally preferred, I've only got 3 of the Bow Bunny glitter pastes, and mostly the rest of mine is Nouveau. That's only just because it's been easier for me to get hold of, and I get my Bow Bunny from Louise. But generally it's slightly better, I would say, because yeah, the Nouveau is just a little bit thicker, so sometimes it can be a bit harder to deal with, and it dries quite quickly in the pot, like one of mine. The black one is kind of too hard now. I think I must have accidentally left the lid on for a time. I'm looking for a baby wipe in case you're wondering what I'm doing, and I cannot find it anywhere. Right, stencil clean, glitter paste dry, foam stuck back down. I just think that just makes so much difference. It really, really does. I don't know what it is. I realise I haven't actually stuck that down, so I'm going to do that. Just a little bit of double-sided tape on there, shove it under there as far as it will go. There we go. I just think for some reason that works because I'm university and it's a ruler and I don't know. I do need something on the top of this picture though. That is for definite. I want to use the Be Blessed and Be Grateful, but I don't really think I can use it on top of the picture. It doesn't, no, that does not look good at all. That looks nice down there, I think. So yeah, I just need to find something to put on top of the photo, really. One of these stickers from 7 Dot Studio. See if that, yeah, I think that works with the circle, but I'm not sure the bug as an image works, or maybe I can use this sticking out. Yeah, that looks all right. That'll do very nicely. More double-sided tape required. I think I need my thin one. No, I don't. I can use a thick one on there. Let's just put that just roughly on there. When it is a cardstock sticker like this, and you know you don't trust it to stay stuck forever, you don't have to put double-sided tape on all of it, just, you know, enough that it's going to stay down kind of thing. So, keep saying so in this video, I'm so sorry, and I'd said it again, and I keep apologising too. Basically, I'm just not doing very well at all. I'm just not very good at narrating my own actions, I don't think, unless I'm doing it on a voiceover, because then it's, you know, sped up and I don't have to talk for too long. Use this thankful somewhere. I still don't have the title on it, so I'm going to just call it Spread Your Wings and Fly. And I still think something is needed on top of this. Maybe this is where I can include one of these little, one of these up there. Yeah, I think that works there. So just lots of little bits and pieces. You can see how long I take to embellish. I overthink things. I am terrible one for overthinking. That little moth looks quite good there. I'm going to put him there. Or butterfly. Not entirely sure. Still not happy with the top of this. I need to do something about it. I think I'm going to fussy cut some of this sticker. What scissors am I going to use for that? Okay, not beautifully cut, but if I come to use that later on in another project, then I can sort of sort it out. So, yes, that's better, isn't it? Okay, not expected, but if I put that there, I think it actually works. And then the curve actually kind of matches there. You don't really notice that. Yes, okay, I'm just going to lift that up and put some tacky on there to keep it stuck down. That is going to go on the end there, like so. I think we are coming to a close, people, worry not. So just put that there, and I'm just going to add my little Spread Your Wings and Fly up here. Yes, that will do nicely, although I do think I need to distress the edges of that. Okay, almost done, guys, almost done. So tell me, be honest in the comments, who of you still hears the phrase mixed media and goes, ah, nope, nobody, nope, not for me, no thank you. Really, who does? Because when I first got into it, I was still like, ah, no, I don't want to do this. And I was like so intimidated by like the big mixed media people, you know, like Finnabair and like Marta, I don't know how to say her last name, from Marry Me Small Art and stuff, and they create those, even Cassia from the Thompson's design team, like she has that style where it's just like, I don't know how you do it, and I'm still intimidated by that kind of style, but I have to remind myself that mixed media doesn't necessarily mean that kind of thing. It doesn't have to be that style. It literally means mixed media. So I have paper and I have ink. That's a mixed media. And then I've got the stenciling. That's also mixed media. But technically, if I'd just done the stamping, it would still technically still be mixed media. So yeah, that's the kind of thing I try and remind myself, that I'm never going to be Finnabair or Finnabair, but it doesn't mean that I can't not do mixed media. I don't know what I'm doing with this piece of twine. I don't think that works anywhere. I just have this urge to add something a little more rustic to this layout, if you know what I mean. I would put the date from this label down here, but I don't know the date that I took this photo. I don't even know what year it is, so I can't really do that. I can guess, but yes. What else can I use? I haven't added my little birdie, which is something I would like to do. So let's get this guy down on here. Where is he going to go? On the flower or on the compasses, I think. Just there. This is the point where I just keep adding and adding and adding, and I do not know when to stop. I want something behind here, just a little something. I'm just going to use this sticker sheet from 7 Dot Studio is so flipping handy. I love it, just for little things to tuck behind things and whatnot. I've made kind of like a diagonal here, so I kind of want to put something here and here to kind of curve it round kind of thing. I'm not quite sure what I could use. I could use this music one here, put that there, and then have something here. The little flower, just a little one. Just have that. Oh, maybe that's not quite right there. No, I don't like that. But there, yes, that's what we want. There we go. I know I keep saying we're nearing the end, but I really think we are now. I'm just, oh, that's not my ducking glue, that's my heat tool. Put that, where did I have that? Did I have that there or there? I had it there, didn't I? Be blessed and be grateful. Spread your wings and fly. Live in the moment, love, thankful. I think we've got enough things we could choose from to be a title here. Oh, what's this? Just wondering if some of these little flowers would look good. I feel like I need to add something to these bits that I've done here, but I don't know. Maybe I'll just add enamel dots. If in doubt, add an enamel dot, or in my case, usually a Nouveau drop. Or these beautiful Prima crystals that came in this kit and I have totally forgotten about. Yeah, or maybe are they too shiny? I don't know. Ooh. Okay, no, I've made the executive decision that the Prima crystals, as beautiful as they are just a little bit too shiny. So we're going to go with Nouveau drops. Surprise, surprise, this is Copper Penny. Just do my little test squeeze, because the last thing you want is for this bit to get clogged and then have a Nouveau drop explosion. It hasn't happened to me, touch wood, yet, but I always test just in case, because you really do not want that to happen. I've seen it happen in people's videos and stuff, and it's just, oh dear. So yeah, always give the little test squeeze, and if you start to feel like any tension, oops, at all, then just take your little like needle or stick pin or whatever and just remove that blockage ASAP, because as I keep saying, no, 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 utter disaster. I don't think I need loads of these, just a few. I think I said in last week's video about how autumn is the one time you can kind of get away with putting copper and gold together. So I am very much enjoying this kit for many reasons, but that is one of them. Okay, I think that's just about enough. Don't want to overdo it like I usually do. Okay, just one down here to balance it out. Okay, no, one up here to balance it out. I changed my mind. One up there. Okay, and then we're going to finish with some Heidi. Big Heidi in gold. Obviously, because this is like, I've got 3 different types of gold on there. I've got the gold from the paint, the gold from the glitter paste, and this is a sort of another different type of gold. So I'm hoping all of those together will work quite well. So just splatters up here, splatters down there, couple over here. Oh, I got it some on my picture. This is why, see, I'm not paying enough attention. Usually I cover up my picture and I have forgotten, but I'm not going to do it now. Splatter, splatter, splatter. Everybody loves splatters, especially me. Oh, whoops. Perhaps I should have covered my photo. Oh dear, what have I done? Okay, it's fine, everybody, nobody panic. I have smushed the photo ever so slightly, but it's okay. I am going to cover it up now. I'm only going to add a few more splatters, but just in case. That was dumb. That was very dumb on my part. So let's just finish off. I wanted some down here and a couple around this little bit here to highlight this little sort of section I've done here. And I think I'm still going. Okay. Now, yes, I am now finished. So there we go. And there we go. I am finished. So thank you so much for watching this very, very long video. I hope I didn't bore you too much, but if you sped through it, that's perfectly fine. I do not mind at all. As I said earlier, there are still some of these kits available, and I highly recommend, because everything in the kit is just gorgeous. And as you notice, there's not much on this layout apart from like the stencil and the glitter paste and the Nuvo drops and stuff, which isn't from the kit. Like all of this stuff going on here is from the kit, so just ta-da! I'll add in some close-ups and stuff at the end just so you can see what it's like and what it looks like dry, because obviously all these drops and stuff need to dry. So yeah, other than that, I'm going to say a big massive thank you again. Links down in the description box. Please leave me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Chat to me in the comments, let me know what you think. And yes, okay, I'm going to go. Thank you truly so much again. Bye bye!